The Honored One, GOJO Satoru, a man whose birth alone changed the balance of the world because he was so strong, but there were limits to even the strongest. And to truly test him, we're gonna throw GOJO into a verse who is vastly more powerful than his own, the Naruto verse. Will the strongest finally be able to cure his loneliness that came with absolute strength? Or will it be the same and will he be lonely there as well? But before we do start, guys, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more JJK content. But let's start the video. In the aftermath of the intense battle, Gojo Satoru found himself in the midst of the Naruto universe, awakening in a mysterious forest, surrounded by unfamiliar faces. Naruto Jiraiya. Gojo tried to make sense of his sudden displacement from his own world. With the sharp pain lingering on from his recent battle, Gojo couldn't help but recall the intense struggle he left behind. As he questioned his surroundings, a white-haired man and a young blonde approached him. "Hey guys, do you know where this place is? I was in the middle of something really important and need to get back as soon as possible," Gojo inquired, looking between Naruto and Jiraiya. The white-haired man revealed to be Jiraiya scratched his head. "The fire capital border, but Shibuya, I never heard of it." Naruto chimed in. "And what's with that blindfold? You a ninja too?" Gojo chuckled. "Blindfold? This is just my style. And Shibuya is a city. I guess I'm not in Kankas anymore." Kankas? Naruto and Jiraiya exchanged puzzled glances. Ignoring the confusion, Gojo sighed. "Never mind. Can you guys point me in the direction of Shibuya?" Jiraiya, a seasoned ninja, narrowed his eyes. "You're not from around here, are you? A time traveler, perhaps?" "Time travel? You guys really need to catch up with the times," Gojo chuckled. His demeanor relaxed despite the situation. Curiosity led Jiraiya to inquire about Gojo's world. As he described it, the veteran ninja couldn't help but wonder if Gojo had somehow traveled through time and was now in the past. Naruto shrugged. "Well, hey, you can hang out with us for a bit. I'm Naruto, by the way." The three journeyed through the forest. Gojo couldn't shake off the feeling that something had gone wary with his limitless power. Over the course of a year, the trio formed a unique bond. Gojo, recognizing Naruto's spirit and determination, developed a strong connection with him as he reminded him of Yuji strangely. Gojo's immense strength became evident during their training sessions. As they returned to the Hidden Leaf Village, Tsunade, the fifth Hokage, couldn't help but be intrigued with Gojo's extraordinary abilities. Decided to test his strength herself. "Alright, let's see what you've got." Tsunade smirked, cracking her knuckles. Gojo, still wearing his signature blindfold, adopted a more serious expression. "You asked for it," he said. The battle unfolded in a blur. Tsunade, renowned for her monstrous strength, threw punches with incredible forces. Gojo, seemingly unfazed, dodged and weaved through attacks effortlessly. Villagers gathered to witness the spectacle, their gasps echoing the air. "That's some strength you got there, Lady Tsunade," Gojo commented, a sly grin appearing on his face. Tsunade, not used to having her attacks dodged so effortlessly, grew determined. "Enough playing around. Let's see if you can handle this." With a swift motion, Tsunade activated her Byakuya seal, enhancing her strength even further. She launched a powerful punch aimed at Gojo, who calmly raised a finger. "Curse technique reversal. Red." Gojo muttered. A surge of cursed energy burst from his fingertips. Colliding with Tsunade's fist, the impact sent shockwaves throughout the surrounding area, uprooting the tree and creating a small crater. Tsunade staggered back, clutching her injured hand. "Impressive. You're not an ordinary shinobi, are you?" "Being ordinary is boring." Gojo grinned. She raised her hand. "I'm done. I've got an idea of how strong you are. And if Naruto and Jiraiya trust you that much, I'll give you a position in the village as a jonin. How about that?" Gojo smirked. "So you are the guy who took down Tsunade?" Kakashi asked, eyeing Gojo with a mixture of curiosity and wariness. Gojo shrugged. It wasn't a big deal. She's strong, but I've faced tougher opponents. Tsunade, recovering from the spar, chimed in. He's not lying, Kakashi. His strength is on a whole different level. Sakura, watching from the sidelines, couldn't help but contain her excitement. Do you think he can teach me some of his techniques? Gojo smirked. If you can keep up, sure. As the group consisting of Gojo, Kakashi, Naruto, and Sakura stood before Tsunade, the urgency of the situation weighed heavily in the air. Tsunade briefed them on Gaara's kidnapping by the Akatsuki, emphasizing the need of swift action. Gojo, Kakashi, Naruto, and Sakura, I'm entrusting you with this mission. Bring Gaara back safely, she ordered, her gaze stern. Gojo, his blindfold concealing his thoughts, nodded in acknowledgement. Consider it done, Lady Tsunade. With a determined spirit, the team ventured into the journey to retrieve Gaara. The landscape transformed as they approached the Akatsuki hideout. In this world of ninja, Gojo's presence added an unconventional yet formidable edge to the group. As they reached the outskirts of the cave, Itachi materialized before them. His piercing gaze met Gojo's, a silent acknowledgement of the impending clash. Naruto, fueled by the memory of Sasuke's encounter with Itachi, lunged forward, forming a massive Rasengan in his hand. However, before Naruto could strike, Gojo intervened with remarkable speeds. His limitless curse technique activated, creating a spatial distortion that pulled Itachi towards him. Naruto's Rasengan collided with Itachi, revealing the imposter. Itachi, before disappearing, looked at Gojo. You're not an ordinary ninja, are you? Itachi would say, as then he would turn into someone that Lady Chiyo recognized as one of the Sand's most remarkable shinobis. Soon the gang, along with Guy's team, would arrive in front of the cave, and Guy's team would simply go and release the seal on the cave as they did in the original. I really don't see how that is gonna change here. The air cracked with tension as Naruto, fueled by rage, chased after Deidara, who casually sat on top of Gaara's lifeless body. Meanwhile, Gojo, the enigmatic sorcerer from the another world, assessed the situation and swiftly made a decision. He ordered Kakashi to support Lady Chiyo and Sakura in their impending battle against Sasori, while Gojo himself took on an explosive menace, Deidara. In a flash of movement, Gojo caught up to Naruto and Deidara, who took to the sky in an attempt to escape with Gaara's body. Gojo, displaying his incredible speed, materialized before the airborne Deidara with a smirk. He removed his headband, which was now replaced with blindfold that concealed his eyes. As Deidara attempted to evade, Gojo activated his blue curse technique, warping one of Deidara's arms away mid-flight. The sudden distortion in space caught the Akatsuki member off guard, and before he could react, Gojo delivered a powerful kick, sending him flying, hurling to the ground. Deidara crashed, coughing out blood, but he was far from defeated. Naruto, determined to avenge Gaara, positioned himself behind Deidara, charging with Rasengan. However, Deidara, ever the tactician, anticipated the attack and ignited a clone, creating a smokescreen that hid his true location. Thinking that he had escaped harm, Deidara hid behind a tree, believing that he had outsmarted his pursuers. Yet a sudden chill ran down his spine. A sense of impending doom filled the air. To his horror, Gojo materialized behind him, a red beam of energy emanating from his outstretched hand, resembling a deadly firearm. With a chilling calmness, Gojo uttered, "Any last words?" Deidara, defiant to the end, cursed at his impending demise. The next moment, Gojo unleashed a red beam, a devastating attack that obliterated Deidara's head in a violent explosion. The echoes of the explosion reverberated throughout the surrounding forest, signaling the end of the Akatsuki member's life. As the dust settled, Naruto stood in awe of Gojo's incredible power. The crimson beam and the speed, the precision with which Gojo dispatched Deidara left an invaluable impression on the young ninja. The atmosphere hung heavy with a mixture of relief and disbelief. Gojo, seemingly unfazed by the violent display, turned to Naruto. We can't waste time. Let's regroup and focus on retrieving Gaara. Sasori's battle with Kakashi, Sakura, and Chiyo would be pretty much one-sided, with Kakashi being there, especially if he uses Kamui, because he can just warp away Sasori's heart, and since it will be a surprise attack, Sasori will be much easier target than Deidara, who was flying in the air. So yeah, that would be the end of the battle as soon as they figure out Sasori's weakness is his heart, and pretty much Kakashi would pretty much warp away his heart in the first place. So yeah, that would be the end of that battle. Gaara would be revived by Lady Chiyo like it did in the original, with Lady Chiyo sacrificing her own life, and then comes the Tensei Bridge arc. And the thing is, I do not believe that Tensor Yamato would go with the team. Sai would be there since Danja wouldn't agree to send the team to Orochimaru otherwise. So yes, Sai will be there, but with Yamato, I don't think he'll be there since Gojo is there. And I would like to believe that in 1 year Gojo spent with Jiraiya and Naruto, he would have learned the seal to suppress the Nine Tails. In case it ever came out, so that would be enough to keep Naruto in check. And the reason why I'm not sending Kakashi is because, as I mentioned before, I do believe that Kakashi would feel the need to use his Mangekyo against Sasori, meaning that he would be exhausted and bedridden at the same time. The confrontation with Kabuto took an unexpected turn as Gojo, disguised as Sasori, played his part in the incantation dance of deception. The atmosphere was charged with tension as the gang, including Naruto, Sakura, and Sai, prepared to unveil Kabuto's true intentions. As Kabuto's betrayal unfolded, Gojo, ever observant, anticipated the imminent danger. Kabuto, attempting to strike Gojo in the chaos, found his hands halted, inches away, caught in an invisible force of Gojo's limitless curse technique. Finally tuned to the situation, held Kabuto in place, revealing a deception. Sakura, quick to act, joined the fairy with a swift punch she delivered to Kabuto's face, sending him flying and sprawling to the ground. But the impact echoed through the area, leaving Kabuto incapacitated. It's no use hiding. I can sense you pretty well, you know, Gojo declared, his 6 eyes locking onto the very nonsense in their surroundings. Orochimaru, intrigued by the unfolding events, emerged from the shadows with a sinister smirk, his snake-like eyes fixated on Gojo, who stood there unfazed by the legendary Sanin's presence. Orochimaru attempted to provoke Naruto, taunting him with wild threats and promises of power. However, Gojo stepped forward, his calm demeanor and a stark contrast to the tension. Enough of her games, Orochimaru. We are here for a mission, not to indulge in your theatrics. Gojo asserted, his voice carrying an air of authority. Naruto, visibly angered by Orochimaru's presence, struggled to contain his emotions. Gojo, however, laid a searing hand on Naruto's shoulder, calming the raging storm within him. Stay focused, Naruto. We have a mission to complete, Gojo advised, his 6 eyes scanning the surroundings for any lingering threats. Orochimaru, recognizing Gojo's formidable aura, attempted to engage him in battle. However, to Orochimaru's astonishment, Gojo's infinity proved insurmountable. The Sanin's attacks were effortlessly evaded as if Gojo danced through the battle with an otherworldly grace. Your techniques are impressive, Orochimaru, but they won't be enough against me, Gojo remarked, a flicker of amusement in his eyes. As the clash between Gojo and Orochimaru unfolded, it became very evident that Gojo wasn't exerting his full strength. His limitless curse technique, a force to be reckoned with, effortlessly countered Orochimaru's serpent-like maneuvers. Frustrated and realizing the futility of the confrontation, Orochimaru decided to retreat, slithering from vanish into the shadows, leaving the gang standing by victorious. Sai, who had been absorbing the encounter, now had a chance to join the group. Well, that was something, he commented, a hint of curiosity in his expression. Gojo, still in control of the situation, nodded. We can't afford to let our guard down. Akatsuki's actions are escalating, and we need to stay one step ahead. The dense atmosphere around Orochimaru's hideout as the gang, led by Gojo's Six Eyes, closed in on their targets. Sai, attuned to his surroundings, took the lead and discovered Sasuke's location. The tension in the air intensified as the familiar scene unfolded. Sasuke looking down on Naruto, Sakura, and Sai from the vantage point. As the gravity of the situation set in and Gojo arrived at the scene, his keen eyes immediately assessing the dynamics at play. So, he's Sasuke, huh? Gojo thought, a glimmer of recognition in his eyes. Through the Six Eyes, Gojo sensed Orochimaru lurking in the shadows, orchestrating the strings of the unfolding drama. A sly smirk formed on Gojo's face as he anticipated the challenge ahead. Stepping forward, Gojo positioned himself in front of Naruto, Sakura, and Sai, who were caught in Sasuke's piercing gaze. Naruto, his emotions in a turmoil, was ready to confront his former friend. Gojo, you've got to be kidding me. I met him after so long. Naruto exclaimed, torn between the desire to bring back Sasuke and the reality of the impending confrontation. Nudging Naruto with a playful grin, Gojo assured him, Naruto, do you trust me? I'll bring back Sasuke. Naruto, though perplexed by Gojo's seemingly carefree demeanor, sensed the sincerity behind the surface. Alright, Gojo, please, bring him back. Naruto replied, placing his trust in the enigmatic sorcerer. Gojo's eyes gleamed with determination as he faced Sasuke, who prepared to launch an attack. Sakura, Naruto, Sai, get at least 200 meters away from here. Gojo commanded, his tone firm. Sai, Sakura, and Naruto exchanged glances, uncertain about the unfolding strategy. However, Gojo's authority and unspoken assurance in his eyes prompted them to comply. They distanced themselves from the impending clash, giving Gojo the space he needed to confront Sasuke. Sasuke's sharp eyes met Gojo's confident gaze as the mysterious figure vowed to bring him back. A flicker of doubt crossed Sasuke's mind. Could this stranger truly defeat him? Before Sasuke could fully grasp the situation, Naruto, Sakura, and Sai, following Gojo's command, swiftly retreated to a safe distance. Gojo, appearing before Sasuke in a blink of an eye, aimed a powerful punch at Sasuke's face. Reacting instinctively, Sasuke activated his Sharingan, intercepting the blow just in time. The collision of their forces sent shockwave through the air, leaving Sasuke to marvel at the stranger's strength and speed. So strong and fast, Sasuke thought, his eyes locked on to Gojo, who stood with an amused smile. Sensing the trio's departure, Gojo decided that it was time to implement his plan. Raising his hand, Gojo spoke with a hint of jest. Sorry, Sasuke, but after this, Tsunade will have to give you a nice brain damage treatment. Before Sasuke could fully comprehend Gojo's words, the atmosphere around them shifted. Gojo, channeling his domain expansion, declared, Infinite Void. An overwhelming surge of cursed energy engulfed Sasuke and the hidden Orochimaru, creating a dense barrier that seemed to transcend the physical and spiritual realms. Caught within the thick, pulsating energy, Sasuke struggled against the unseen force of Infinite Void. Orochimaru, attempting to escape the impending doom, found himself ensnared by the incantation wave of Gojo's cursed energy. The world within the domain became a surreal landscape, distorted and unfathomable. Sasuke's consciousness wavered as he fought against the overwhelming pressure, but Gojo's mastery over his curse technique proved insurmountable after a few tense seconds. Revealing the aftermath of Gojo's technique, Sasuke laid unconscious on the ground, his Sharingan momentarily dimmed. So Orochimaru, no longer in possession of his head, remained as a testament to the effectiveness of Gojo's limitless power. Gojo, his demeanor unchanged, surveyed the scene. Well, that went better than expected, he mused, a glint of satisfaction in his eyes. He turned his attention to the trio who cautiously approached Gojo. Gojo addressed them with a reassuring smile. Naruto, Sai, Sakura, it's done. Sasuke will be taken care of, and Orochimaru won't be causing us trouble anymore. Let's report back to Tsunade, Gojo suggested, his confidence instilling a newfound sense of trust in his abilities. Time skip. Few hours later, Sasuke, awakening in a cell with chakra suppression seals, glared at the Hokage. Tsunade, leaning against the cell bar, spoke, stern yet understanding tone. Now, let's talk, Sasuke. In another corner of the village, Gojo's limitless curse technique revealed Orochimaru's true intentions. He had left a piece of himself hidden in the shadows, awaiting an opportunity to strike. Sasuke, now confined, couldn't help but voice his curiosity. Who is that guy? Stronger than anyone I've ever faced before. Tsunade's eyes narrowed. He's a traveler, Sasuke, and one with the abilities beyond our understanding. In the shadow corner of the hidden world, a lone Sharingan gleamed ominously in the dark, the crimson eye beaming in the intensity and the betray sinister presence. Surveyed the unfolding events with a keen interest. This is bad. A voice echoed throughout the shadows, the speaker concealing his identity, the Sharingan's owner concealed in mystery, and contemplated repercussions of Gojo's intervention in Orochimaru's plan. The ominous glow of the eye hinted at the plot unfolding behind the scenes, a web of schemes that extended beyond the immediate clash. As the Hidden Leaf village grappled with the aftermath of Gojo's confrontation with Sasuke and Orochimaru, the enigmatic figure with the Sharingan remained hidden, watching and waiting. The sinister aura surrounding the eye suggested that the unfolding events were but a small piece of grander scheme, leaving the future of the ninja world hanging in the balance. The plot thickened. The shadows concealed more than what they revealed. The lone Sharingan gleamed in the dark, its influence poisoned to save the destiny of the Hidden Leaf village and all those entangled in its intricate threads. So that will be it, guys. If you want to see what happens further, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and become a member to the channel if you want to see more exclusive content and support me in general. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.